Hey guys, I'm here with the Master Lock 410 Lotto, and I'm gonna show my experience as a beginner picker. I only started about 2 weeks ago. What it's like for me to pick this lock and how I approach it now that I've figured it out and getting a little bit more comfortable with security pins and all of that. It was lent to me so kindly by LethalogicaX, and I appreciate that very much. It's very kind of her. Um, this is the bidding for anyone who's interested. Make sure that I have that on camera this time. Okay, and I'll just get to it. So this is a different type of keyway than other lockout tagouts from my understanding, but since this is what I have, this is what I'm gonna work with and talk with. So until I get the other ones to try out, I don't really know what those feel like at this point. One thing I will say is that, as far as I understand, every single time in these locks, it's always going to be a serrated standard pin in slot 5. There's 6 pins, so I have to try to find slot 5. That's just a part of kind of getting more comfortable that I find only the last day or two I've really been getting a good sense of where each pin is. And so I'm pressing up on 5, I'm feeling it grind, and I got a little click there. So now I'm going to kind of tickle the pins. This is what I did originally before I kind of knew which one to go for. Now I know one is going to give me a little click into a deeper falset. Just like that, see? And again, I just tickled the pins until I found one that was binding kind of more than the others and giving bigger counter rotation feedback. And I found that that was 4. And so I just lightly kind of pushed up on it, let it push my pick back, and I felt like I kind of lost part of the falset, so I just kind of went back and tested all the pins that I set already, so 5, and then I'm going to check 1 again here, and I tap 1, and I fell back into that deeper falset. So now I'm just going to go again, check around the pins to see there's one that's binding more than the others, and I found that number 2 here, or number 3, sorry, is binding pretty tightly here. So I'm gonna give it a little pressure, let it give me the counter rotation just very lightly, and I felt like kind of again lost part of that falset. So I'm gonna check, and I think it seems to be that 1 kind of acts like a bit of a gatekeeper here that keeps popping back out of place. So when I kind of tickle it back and forth, sometimes it'll give me that falset back. Otherwise, I just kind of go through the pins, try to find the one that's giving me the right kind of pressure. And I just tapped right there, number 3, and I fell back into a deeper falset. So I just kind of tickled the pins one by one till I felt, oh, and I just tapped 1 and I fell back into that even deeper falset. So I just was, again, just tickling the pins, just very lightly touching them, and I kind of, I guess, nudged the pin into place by doing that and not kind of losing my patience and like, what the heck's going on? What do I do now? Anyways, so I'm going to, again, check all the pins to see which one is binding next, because now I know I have 5, which is my standard serrated pin. I have 1 that kind of clicked into place, at least as far as I think. I have 4, which felt like I set it and it was a little of a struggle, and then I popped it back into place, and then same thing with 3, was a big struggle, and then I think I have just 2 and 6 left pretty much. So I'm just going to check. 2 kind of feels springy. 6 is way in the back there, and it feels, oh, I got a little click there already, and it feels still binding. And I'm just going to press on it and see if it's giving me counter rotation, which it is. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before, and I heard it click into place. So I'm just going to go again, check that. first pin because it seems to kind of act as a bit of a gatekeeper, which I guess kind of just stops me from making very much progress. And then 2, now it's binding. See what I can get with 2 here. Go back to 6 to see if I set them properly. I think I dropped 2 again. Oh, and I fell into that deep false set. And so I think I got 6, and all I have left probably is 2. Because I don't think I set 2. Yeah, and I feel 2 is binding. No, never mind, that was the warding. Oh, yeah, but it is binding though. And I'm getting counter rotation on 2. And I haven't opened it, but I felt like I kind of I got it into position. Now I'm just going to tickle the pins again. Okay, now 1 seems to be really binding because I touched 1 and I kind of again popped into that deeper false set, but now it's really binding. So I don't think I really had 1 set. I'm just going to lightly press on him, getting counter rotation. He's giving me the hardest time out of all of them so far. Come on. And I'm open. There we go. See, and so I will mention a couple things really quickly with this. You don't want to rotate this 180 degrees because the key pins will fall into the lock. The only way to fix it is actually to break the lock open since this is a non-removable core. So don't do that. Keep it turned to the 90-degree angle. If anything, maybe a little bit past, because if you're too far here, it won't actually open the lock. So if you want to actually get the shackle open, it's just a little bit past 90 degrees. Now the shackle will open, and also if you try to close it now, it won't close. And so don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, that's the wrong way, it's not closing, and then turn it this way and drop all the key pins out. So make sure to close the shackle, turn it back to the top, and the key pins in the Bible will realign, and it's locked once again. So that's how it goes, and he still works. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and if you have any thoughts or ideas or suggestions or feedback, feel free to let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks again for watching.